Lowry's been here for almost 2 years now. He was born at the zoo, and overall our goal with doing manatee rehab is to rehabilitate them and release them, and that goes for captive animals too, I think. So we feel like he's just the perfect candidate for it. He's really friendly with the other manatees. He's a good follower, but he's also a good leader, and he eats just about everything we offer him, so we're encouraged by that, and we think he'll do really well. We always offer hydrilla and hyacinth to all the animals that come in, so we can keep them on their natural diet, and it goes along with romaine and other things we offer them too. But we want them to always remember that stuff they eat in the wild, so when they go back out, it doesn't become unfamiliar to them. So Lowry's never been exposed to it, but he loves it anyway, and he eats all of it. So I think releases are the most exciting part for everyone, because it's the end of working with them and rehabbing them, and you feel like it's the most successful part if you can send them out and they do well. So we're all pumped to get down in the pool, and we catch them in a sling. Dr. Murphy, our vet, gets in the crane, and we catch them in the sling, move them up and out, and we get a weight on him, and then we load him into the truck, and everyone hops in and goes along for the ride. So it's a good time.
He came in with a injured mother that was pregnant, and she subsequently gave birth to Lowry. So it was kind of fortuitous for us, and we're lucky enough to be able to raise him up and get him back to the wild. They put on about a pound a day. They eat well. They think that a normal adult female manatee might produce as many as 15 to 20 calves total.
get injured animals in and you nurse them back to health, I really feel like we're giving them a second chance at life, and so it's very rewarding to be able to put them back out there. And it's a dangerous world out there for manatees, but it's where they belong. They need to be out there. The population needs them, so we nurse them back to health and we can put them back out where they can add more.
He fits into this class of being a naive individual with no wild experience at all, and we've come up with a recipe for releasing those guys that seems to work. And basically the idea is that to get them wild experiences, we put them into these warm water sites where these animals congregate over wintertime, and the animal will hone in on that warm water site, which is necessary for his survival in the wild. He has to find warm water during the winter in Florida. And he'll stay there, and then as the wild animals move on out in the springtime and resume their normal life in the wild, that Lowry would go ahead and move out with them. And so then what we expect is by next winter that Lowry goes ahead and moves back into that warm water site. And at that time, you know, if we can make a whole year around where he does the cycle like we're looking for, then we call that a success. We put a radio tag on him. We don't just toss him out there. Because he is a naive animal, we realize that we're taking some risk with him. So to minimize those chances of things going wrong and losing Lowry, you know, he's observed on a regular basis from the land and with a radio tag that people can pick up from the land. But he's also got a satellite tag on there too. I think you know, people of Florida, if they're on the water very much at all, they probably see a few of those animals occasionally that seem to be dragging around some sort of device that's floating at the water's surface, and that's exactly what it is. It's a radio tag, a satellite tag that will help us keep track of those animals. In fact, multiple times during the day, depending on, you know, again, the satellite passing over, the animal at the surface or the tag at the surface to be picked up. What's cool is I at my office can access it on the web, find out exactly where that animal is. I can look over the last week or two to see where he's been and see if kind of eavesdrop on him, make sure that he's doing what he should be doing.
We put him back in this particular place because there's other manatees that use it when it's cold outside, and what we're trying to do is get him to learn from these other animals that this is where he needs to be when it's cold, and to follow those animals and learn where they feed and such. There's about 70 manatees that we know of that use this creek that we've identified through 7 years of photo identification work, and we do hope that he will follow the animals that we recognize as sort of the regulars here and follow them out to the grass flats. So that's how we teach him, is we pretty much give him to these other manatees as surrogates. It's a challenge. You know, you put him out there and you hope for the best, but you know, we don't have 100% success. So all we can do is keep our fingers crossed and hope that he does well. We're going to be doing health assessments on him at 2 months, 6 months, and a year, and hope that he acclimates to the wild. That is not something we want to go through very often.